Thank you.
Also tonight, Senator Amy Klobuchar just announced that she is running for governor of her state on a platform of specifically not being a, quote, rubber stamp for Donald Trump. Klobuchar is aiming to replace her old pal, Timmy Walz, who decided not only that he's tired of being governor, but also that he never wants to hold political office again. Wonder if he may end up in jail one day. Who knows? Take a look.
And this is it's a tough space for I'm in, because I know they hate me personally, and they take it out on my constituents, because old white guys who are former governors tend to land on their feet okay type of thing. But in all fairness on the timing, I removed myself, and then 2 days later, Renee Good is murdered. But I think one of the things is I have no political consideration, will never run for an elected office again.
Never again.
Never again. And I will just do the work.
Nobody wants you to. So if you take his word for it, well, Tampon Timmy is out of the running for 2028. And according to James Carville, so are Kamala Harris and good old Gavin Newsom. Carville's pick for the 2028 nomination is none other than Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, the guy who leads probably the third worst run state in the country after California and New York. Good luck with that, Democrats. Here with reaction is the founder of Endeavor PAC, Tiffany Smiley, Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz. Tiffany, you're laughing more than Jason. I'll go to you first. Reaction.
Yeah, well, look, poor Tampon Timmy takedown is what we're seeing. You know, that's so sad. It's heartbreaking that he's never going to run again. But, Sean, maybe it's perhaps he was just exposed for historic, massive theft in his state. And I think his consultants came to him and let him know that there was no PR stunt that would overcome it. But I think his language is really interesting. He said he would never run again. He didn't say he would ever serve again. And with Klobuchar announcing that she's running for governor, it makes you wonder if there was some backroom deal that was done to where she can appoint him to the Senate seat.
You know, you really make me think, because I think there's a lot of backroom talking and deals that are made that we never know about. Jason, your reaction to that. And, you know, I predicted on this program that both Tim Walz and Mayor Smallfry would back out of their promise to work with Donald Trump and to lower the temperature and reconciliation and help ICE. I knew they'd back out of it. Why do I suspect there was probably a phone call with top Democrats saying, no, keep it going. We want this confrontation with Trump. Hopefully we can provoke him to do something really crazy, and that'll help us in the midterms.
Yeah, they're trying to keep all the fraud out of the news. We aren't talking about all the billions and billions of dollars of fraud. Instead, we're talking about this story. And so any sort of distraction, because I think it's safe to say it's probably going on in a lot of other states, well above and beyond than just Minnesota. But if they can keep this charade going, I think Tiffany's probably right. There probably is some sort of backroom creative deal. But, you know, these people pull things. They aren't driven by principle. And so that's where it's hard to predict where they're going to go. They want chaos. They just want more chaos. It's part of their strategy, but it's ultimately a losing strategy because America doesn't relate to anything that they're doing or anything that they stand for. They're anti-police, anti-ICE. They said that ICE isn't even law enforcement. Are you kidding me? What kind of clown show are they running there?
Yeah, it's bad. All right, prediction. Will he be back in some way, shape, manner, form? Tiffany.
Will Waltz be back?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is. He's not going away. Or he'll be a hero on the streets, working with the grassroots.
Prediction. Jason.
No, I think they're going to dismiss him because he's in political no man's land. He's a distraction, and it's a negative. No.
He was such a great debater. He was like shaking and sweating and all over the place. I mean, a total mess. That was true. Good for entertainment value, good for ratings. Thank you both. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.